Hello, everyone. This is Jorge Ventura with another episode of Talking with Jorge. We're right here at the studio today, and we're talking with our buddy who's been a supporter of the veterans for the last, I don't know, 27 years, 30 years. He'll tell us in a minute. He's an icon in the community. His name is Juan Blanco. So we have Juan Blanco here at the studio. Juan, good morning. How you doing today?
Oh, good. Good morning, George. Thank you for having me. Really appreciate it.
Yeah. Well, thank you for being here. We want to talk about Coffee for Vets. It's a nonprofit organization that you run for how long? And can you tell us about what Coffee for Vet is, what it does, and why do you do what you do?
All right. So, Coffee for Vets has been incorporated since 2016, but Coffee for Vets, and the concept has been going on since 2012, 2011. The purpose of Coffee for Vets was because the Antelope Valley has a large and great veteran community, was to have some of these veterans meet one another. You know, for the longest time we would pass each other at Walmart or the grocery store, but we didn't know who we were. So now, with Coffee for Vets, we get to meet each other, get to have a conversation and talk, and we've built a community where now veterans know veterans up here in the Antelope Valley, in both Lancaster, Palmdale, and in the surrounding incorporated areas.
And you guys have weekly meetings, right? You meet every week?
Yes, we gather every Tuesday at Crazy Autos in Lancaster on Avenue I. The address is 1228 West Avenue I in Lancaster, California. And it's Lancaster, California, folks, not PA.
PA, yeah. And what time are the meetings? What time did you guys start?
So we start at the concept is from 7 a.m. to 9 a.m. It's a 2-hour session. We have coffee. The coffee's free. And the breakfast is half off. And we are blessed to have benefactors of the Crazy Autos Diner. So right now it's Charles Hughes. Prior to him it was Jen Herr. And they both picked up the fact that they're giving back to the veterans community by providing discounted breakfasts and the free coffee.
Mm-hmm. And they're very well attended because I've had the opportunity to attend a few of them, last year. And sometimes it's standing room, right? You get about, 50 veterans in there?
Yeah, we go anywhere between, depending on the time of the season, anywhere between 45 to 108.
Wow.
So it gets pretty squished in there.
Yeah.
The most important part, though, is that not only is it camaraderie with meeting each other, telling stories, because now it's always been weekly, so it's like the last time I saw you, what happened? So it's catch up.
Right.
But we have also announcements from our communities, our representatives from the state, the county, from the congressman's office.
Mm-hmm.
And then we have other nonprofits that come in to do work and tell about their setups. For instance, Mental Health America Los Angeles, they have a military resource center, and the Veterans Peer Access Network, VPAN. Mm-hmm. They also have work in the community. So it's a great morning for a lot of good things. Friendship, camaraderie, information, and you get to meet your elected representatives there.
Right, right. Yeah, when I've been there, you have some of the representatives, elected reps, and they're updating everyone on different issues, policies and things like that. And like you said, you do have the nonprofits. They come in and they talk about the services that they offer for the vets also. And it's not just for the Army or the Navy. It's everyone. Everyone's there.
All branches, that's correct.
All veterans is there. It's a great event, and I like it, and I should attend more.
It would be nice.
Yeah, it would be nice. Yeah, I should attend more.
Little smiley face.
Now, I've also had the opportunity to attend your the ball, the Veterans Military Ball, which you also do a yearly. How long have you been doing the ball for?
So we started back in 2017, and it's annual. We had to miss 2020 because of COVID.
Right.
We had a ball on 2019, but it wasn't as well as attended as it could have been. So we had a 2021 that wasn't as well also. But 2022 and 2023 was really big. So we'll have another one this year. It's a lot of fun. It's a lot of work, though.
Right, I
It's
can
a lot of
assume.
fun. And the
Yeah.
concept is that many people, myself included, we never attended a military ball for the branch that we were in.
Mm-hmm.
So this takes its place, and it's kind of like Walt Disney's Cinderella. It's a ball. So it's gowns, tuxedos. If you're in the military, dress mess. It's open to all military and veterans. So there's really no particular discrimination to anyone here. We want everyone to feel remembered and cared for.
Mm-hmm.
You know, Coffee for Vets is pretty much about our service members that got out the service, mostly Vietnam era vets. And when they got out, it was a really bad time. I myself had a pretty bad experience. Somebody tried to run me over in the parking lot.
Wow.
It was pretty funny. But I had just gotten out of airborne school, and this guy, I was walking across the parking lot with my fiance, and he pulled up behind us in his car and started beeping, like, get out of my way.
Mm-hmm.
So, needless to say, it went on and on. But then after, when we got out, walking through the airport, a lot of veterans took their uniforms off because there was just a bad taste about the Vietnam era. So this is to help veterans of that era feel better about themselves
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
and to remember why they were in the service. Many of them have a lot of pride of being in the service, but because of that stigma,
Uh-huh.
they didn't want folks to know. So my goal was to help them feel better about their service, and over the years it finally came to me that what I was trying to do, but didn't realize, was to help people restore their pride of service, their pride for being in the military, wearing their uniform, serving our nation.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a very prideful thing. And the
Mhm.
Veterans Military Ball works to that purpose. You get to put your uniform back on if you can still fit it.
Yeah, most of us can't.
Yeah, that's true. A lot of folks go out and buy new ones just so they can come in.
Really?
Yes.
Really?
Yeah.
There's tuxedos involved, right? The gowns. I know that I wore my suit, but for the next one, I think I'm gonna go rent a tuxedo. You know,
I saw
to
Harry Z. I told him you were coming.
you did say him, Harry? Yeah, Harry does a great job. You know, renting the tuxedo. He's over there. I think it's Avenue L8 and 10th Street West.
Yes.
You know, tuxedo. What's the name of
Station.
the tuxedo station? Yeah. So I'll put his phone number right here, so you guys can call him if you guys want to rent a
His
tuxedo
son
from
is,
him.
they're back in Cooperstown, New York for Baseball Hall of Fame because his son is being honored back there. And who knows, he may get into a minor league club.
Oh wow!
Kid's really good in baseball.
Wow! Wow!
So that's another thing you discover. Family members that get an opportunity to advance because they got the information there at Coffee for Vets. So this is like a really cool thing.
Yeah. And then on the gala, it's a sit-down dinner. It's a really nice event.
Oh,
A ball. Okay, and the ball. I keep calling it gala, but yeah. So the ball. You guys have a program there that you guys do every year. I like the table that you guys set up in the middle. There's a round table, and it's got different things in there. And each
honor
item,
table, yes.
yeah, the honor table, it means something different. Can you tell us about that?
Yes, the honor table refers to our veterans who are missing in action and or passed during their time in the service. And the table has a display of each military service headgear. It has a whole story. You know, I forgot to bring that with me. I'm sorry. To tell what it is about. It's a remembrance table. It's an honor and remembrance table for everyone to see and to remember our POWs and missing in action. So, and that's usually provided by the Air Force Junior ROTC program.
Mm-hmm.
And then we do the colors with the Antelope Valley Young Marines.
Okay.
So it's important to emphasize that we have a lot of young people who are in military-type organizations like Junior ROTC, Young Marines, the ROTC for the Navy. We have Sheriff Explorers and Boy Scouts and Scout Explorers. They are all representative of the future for our nation. And we try to promote them at the ball because our keynote speaker, and we've been blessed every year
Mm-hmm.
to
Mm-hmm.
have either a vice commander or the commander
Mm-hmm.
of Edwards Air Force Base's 412 Test Wing.
Mm-hmm.
And for those of you who are unfamiliar with Edwards Air Force Base, that's where all the latest and greatest aircraft are tested, flight tested and proven.
Mm-hmm.
And it's really a great environment. Test pilots are kind of groovy,
Uh-huh.
so you get to meet some of them. But this year, with any good fortune, we'll have the commander of the 412th Test Wing, Brigadier General Wickard, as our keynote speaker.
Mm-hmm.
And then we honor veterans also. So for the past 3 years, we've been honoring 2 World War II veterans because we're blessed here in the Antelope Valley to still have surviving World War II veterans.
Right.
And a third party, be it other than World War II. Last year it was 2 World War II veterans, one from Santa Clarita because we have expanded Coffee for Vets down in Santa Clarita.
Mm-hmm.
So we had a World War II veteran, Don. He was a forward observer for artillery in World War II. A very dangerous job because a shell could fall short.
Right. Wow.
And then we had Palmer Andrews, who was United States Marine Corps, and he fought in the South Pacific during World War II. So we got to honor them.
Mm-hmm.
And then along with our Lieutenant Commander for United States Coast Guard, Fred Barthay, who is also this year's Palmdale's Veteran of the Year. So we get to honor, which is for me really great because they served our nation, and at this time in their life, it's like so good to say thank you. The year before, we had Lou Moore. He was in World War II. He was in the Air Corps. First Chinese American to be in the Army Air Corps back in World War II, so you can imagine. He went through some heck, but he was also an author. He wrote a book about his love life with his wife.
Oh, wow.
So we had an opportunity to honor him the year before, and then 4 months later, he went on to heaven. So we're trying to do something that makes a difference at end of life for them to be thankful and prideful the time that they served in the United States military, protecting our nation.
Yeah.
So those are kind of like what we have designed the ball to be. And occasionally we may have entertainment. One year we had Rat Pack Ricky.
Yep.
He was like so cool.
I was there. I was there that time, yeah. And then after dinner and you do all your presentation, your awards and things like that, there's some dancing going on.
Oh, yeah, that's the main purpose. Dinner and dancing.
Uh-huh.
We get to honor our veterans. We get to thank our sponsors, which we got to honor Lou Gonzalez from...
Right. I was there that
right.
night, too. I was there that night.
From AV Chevrolet.
AV
That
Chevrolet.
was so cool.
Yeah.
Lou and his wife, Lou's wife was so proud.
Yeah. Yeah.
So we get a chance to not only, recognize our community and our business community. George, I'd love to recognize you there. You and
One year, one day.
Come to think of it now, Vicky being a district director,
Mm-hmm.
now it's easier to push it through.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I want to recognize Crazy K.
Yes.
Because Crazy K is your DJ, and he plays the music. And I don't know if he volunteers his time or what, but Crazy K is always at your events. You guys just had a taco night over at Crazy Autos
On Avenue.
on Avenue K, and he was there playing the music that night. It turned out to be karaoke at the end. Somebody was singing. Crazy K, he's always at our community events for the Sheriff's Department when we do our events. He's there. He volunteers. So he's really there. He gives back to the community, Crazy K and Craigie C. But Crazy K is your to-go DJ, right?
Yes, he is. He's and we have an understanding. Because at the end of the program, just before we go to dancing, it's my turn to get to thank everyone who came, to get to honor those who were there, and we work together in starting the dancing because I like to bring music up behind what we're doing when we're announcing, just before we get to the dancing, to get people on the floor. So we work together good as a team, and I noticed that he's in a lot of events
Yes.
The taco festival.
Oh, the taco festival. He was to go DJ. He had people dancing over there.
Oh yeah.
He had all the folks over at the Lucha Libre doing the line dance.
Did he?
Yeah, he had a
Oh
line
my
dance
God.
over there. Yeah, it was a lot of fun. He's a great guy. So I personally want to say thank you to Craig, to him because
Yeah,
of all the stuff he does.
So I also want to give a shout out to our congressman. So Congressman Garcia has been. Let me rephrase that. We have been blessed to have 3 congresspeople working with Coffee for Vets. Congressman Steve Knight, Congressman Katie Hill, and Congressman Mike Garcia. They have all worked with our veterans to ensure that our veterans are remembered by our nation. And just this past Saturday, a veteran who turned 100 years old, his name is Ken, received a flag from the Capitol
Mm-hmm.
because it's out of the congressman's office. So I want to say thank you to all those representatives, and especially to Miss Chris Ward, because
Yeah, she's a
she's been with us for over a decade
right.
throughout the years, making these things happen. When there's an issue, Chris Ward jumps right up.
Mm-hmm.
She's also on our board.
Okay.
We have, we're not a salary board, so I want everyone to understand this is entirely volunteer. We're not in this to make money. We're in this to help veterans feel better and
To give back.
to give back. So we have the Congressman's office representative, state senator, and both assembly offices represented on our board so that we have input for when we move forward on things we can help provide for our veterans. So I'm pleased that we're in a position to really make a difference.
Mm-hmm.
And Pilar Shivo down in Santa Clarita is the chair of the Military and Veterans Affairs. So she reaches out from her office, her representatives too, to assist in what we're doing up here and down in Santa Clarita for the veterans.
Okay. Now this ball coming up.
This ball coming up.
When is it?
It's the first Saturday in November. I believe it's November 2nd.
Mm-hmm.
And it is from 4 p.m. until 9 p.m. It is at the Hellenic Center in Lancaster, the most highly anticipated event center that we have up here.
Right.
Really beautiful.
Right. It's a very
All
nice
the
place.
Chandeliers. It's a really fine place.
Right.
Nothing against the fairgrounds.
So how do we get tickets to go to this place? Because I know it sells out.
Yes, it does. So we have 30 tables of 10
So 300 people.
because the dance floor is the most important thing, as you know, George.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So we moved the dance floor. We're probably the only ones that can do that. We moved the dance floor at the venue so that we can get in the 30 tables. With elbow room, that's very important. We have elbow room at each table.
Okay.
And I try to supervise the placing of the tables. And then we do ticket sales by actual tickets. We don't do Eventbrite
Okay.
because each table is dedicated. So, in other words, it's not open seating.
Right.
When you buy a ticket, you buy it.
It's a
you're
sign
buying
seating.
Seat to, right, to a table.
Yeah, it's a sign setting. Yeah, because when Vicky and I come in, okay, you guys on table 6, blah blah blah. So we know exactly where we're gonna sit.
And in the past, we've had some difficulties. So now the table number is on the ticket,
Oh, okay.
so that it aids the people at the front desk. They don't have to work as hard. So when you
Right.
come in, your
Makes-
ticket tells you what table you're at.
Makes it easier.
Much easier.
Yeah.
Harder on me, but easier.
They,
for
they
them.
don't have to go through that list,
Occasionally.
and they can't find you and flipping pages, and they finally.
And you know that scenario when it comes to
Yeah.
flipping pages.
Yeah.
So that's the key. And each year is we don't really support a theme,
Okay.
but this year I plan to work with a very talented young man to help with coming up with designs. So, of course, this is volunteer work.
Mm-hmm.
So you have to have a big heart.
Yeah.
To volunteer. So the guy that I have in mind has initials JV. But who could that be? Who could that be?
I don't know.
now?
Who could that be? Absolutely. I'd be happy to help and volunteer, whatever I can. If I can donate the tickets, I'll donate the tickets to you.
So yeah, we'll sit down together because the table numbers on the tickets become an issue if the tickets have numbers, ticket ID numbers.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
we have to work through that.
Okay.
But the cover design, I have done. Well, I've been doing brochures since 2000.
Mm-hmm.
I've been doing that for a lot of people. So
Mm-hmm.
we have bios, storylines on people.
Mm-hmm.
For instance, we have one of our newest board members. His name is Larry Walton. I shouldn't. I don't want to leave out any of our board members. The person that's been with us the longest, besides my wife, is Master Sergeant Leonard Thornton, United States Marine Corps.
Okay.
And we like to tell the stories of the people that come to Coffee for Vets. So Larry, Master Sergeant's story has been told in the past, but Larry is our newest member, and he's a Green Beret, and he was in Vietnam. So I'm trying to get him to give us some of his story, not a lot, because as many people know, veterans have difficulties speaking about their time in the service.
Brings him back.
No matter
Brings him
which
back.
branch. So if I can get a little bit of a story out of him, that would be great.
Mm-hmm.
But we do stories on a lot of people. And this year, my wife decided that we should honor people in the community also who aren't veterans or in a military family. So we'll be throwing names out for people in the community that actually reach out and help others selflessly. I mean, it's like selflessly
Uh-huh.
people reach out.
Yeah.
And do stuff in the community. So we want to honor them too.
Okay.
So we haven't decided on who we're going to honor in the military,
Okay.
but definitely we have several World War II veterans still with us.
How much is it to purchase a table?
Well, the sponsorships for the Veterans Military Ball is really not that much, $2,000 and $1,200.
Okay.
So the 2,000 gets you up near the dance floor, and then as the price goes down, you move a little bit further away. But that's kind of standard.
Mm-hmm.
You pay more to be up front.
Okay.
And I know some people say, well, that shouldn't be, but we do have a veterans table for the veterans as such in the Pete Knight Veterans Home up here in Antelope Valley, and some veterans who are in other facilities. We supply a table for them free of charge to honor them for being there. Now, sometimes they come, but not every veteran who isn't part of Coffee for Vets wants to come out and be in a hoopla, 'cause
Mm-hmm.
they still have issues that they really are dealing with. So, but we do provide a table for them free of charge.
Okay.
So, $2,000 and $1,200. That's the sponsorship money. We haven't changed that. We haven't decided on the ticket price, but I'm still looking at $75
Per person.
per person.
Okay. Okay.
So a table of 10
So-
would be $750 for.
Okay.
But then again, I get issues where folks, 30 tables, somebody's going to be in the back of the room. I don't mean for that to happen, but first come, first serve, right?
Right. Right. And then your sponsors. Who are your sponsors? You have yearly sponsors?
Every year it changes.
Uh-huh.
So the sponsors that have been with us since the beginning have been High Desert Medical Group
Okay.
and the Bowling Company.
Okay.
They have been with us since the start.
Since the start.
Master Sergeant supplies or sponsors a table for United States Marines. So those are the three steady sponsors that have been with us year in and year out. I would like to say that AB Chevrolet would be a yearly sponsor.
Mm-hmm. And Gin is a sponsor?
On occasions.
On occasions? Okay.
But Jen is, so Crazy Autos, we're partners.
Okay.
So they are partners in what we do. So we have to put aside a partner table. So I don't count that one.
Mm.
But yes, Crazy Autos is our partner. So whatever we do has our logo, Coffee for Vets, and Crazy Autos. Now, if someone else wants to jump up and be partner for the ball, then they get that partnership also. Sponsors get on the, I think I put it on the cover. No, do I put it on the cover? I may put it on the cover. I don't remember now. Every year is different because every year is a different mood. So this year, I haven't come up with what the process will be, what mood is going to be for this particular ball.
But your sponsors are also on your website, because I, went onto your website, looked at it, and I see that you have various different sponsors. You have their logos there and things like that. So
Yes.
that's a benefit too for everybody to see who's sponsoring you guys.
So like so many other people, there's some parts of this I can't keep track of.
Mm-hmm.
I am blessed to have my niece, Grace Blanco. She does the website.
Okay.
And then we do a live feed, a live stream, Facebook live stream, every Tuesday morning and every first and third Thursday from Coffee for Vets. This Tuesday, tomorrow will be dark, okay?
Oh, really?
Yeah, for July 30th, because there's a change of command at Edwards Air Force Base.
Mm.
And Coffee for Vets is embedded into Edwards Air Force Base. We're bridging that community between the airmen and the Antelope Valley. In fact, this past weekend we were helping to supply art for, I guess art supplies for the children out at Edwards Air Force Base for the school.
Mm-hmm.
Soldiers Angels got the supply, and we push it through. So we were working on getting those supplies out to Edwards Air Force Base. So tomorrow, Tuesday the 30th, will be the change of command. Major generals will be changing command at Edwards Air Force Base. And as Coffee for Vets, and what we do is liaison between AV and the Air Force. We will be there for the change of command to meet the new commander of Edwards Air Force Base,
Mm-hmm.
so that we can continue to move forward
Right.
with our program. So maybe the new base commander will be our keynote speaker at this year's ball. You
Possibility.
can tell. So
Right.
sometimes you got to work a little extra.
Yeah. So if somebody wants to get a hold of you, how do they contact you?
Ooh, you want my phone number? So Coffee for Vets is the website. Coffee, the number 4, VETS.
Uh-huh.
That's Facebook and the website. So it's at Facebook or .org. The email is a little different because someone else stole the email earlier. What can I say? So our email is coffeevets, COFFEEVETS 407 at Gmail.
At Gmail.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. And on your website, is there a contact form? Somebody can go on the website and fill out a form there, and it goes to your email?
It does.
It does?
It
Okay.
does.
So what I'll do is I'll put a QR code on the bottom here, and then people can just scan it, and it'll go straight to that form so they can fill it out if somebody wants to get a hold of you.
Okay.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll do that. All right. So then, thanks for being here, for, updating us on Coffee for
So-
Vet. You got something else you want to say?
Yeah, let me, since I have a minute left.
Okay.
I want to say, George, thank you. People do not realize how wonderful you and your wife have been in this community. You and your family have supported folks in this community for a couple of decades now, easily. I mean, we've known each other close to 15 years. So I just want to commend you because this is an effort that you have always put out. And I remember in the beginning when you were first, getting off the ground, I remember how difficult it was. So I want to say I'm really proud of your accomplishments.
Well,
And I'm
thank you.
proud of your wife's accomplishments because you guys have made a difference in this Antelope Valley, a positive difference. And I'm really proud to know you, and I really thank you for your outreach to everyone here in the AV.
Oh, thank you very much. It means a lot to me. Thank you. But this is about you today, so
It's about us.
Yeah. Well, I will definitely be there for coffee. For the ball.
Yes.
Okay. I may purchase a table,
Well, that'd be wonderful.
and I'm gonna see if I can drag my friend Chuck with me. He's kind of shy and embarrassed, and I have to make him wear a suit, tuxedo, or something. So
Yeah,
we'll
Chuck,
drag
you
it.
gotta have to wear a suit.
Well, again, hey, folks, thanks for watching our episode. Please support the Coffee for Vets program. It's been out in the community. You don't have to be a vet to attend, except for tomorrow. But we like to invite you to attend Coffee for Vets on Tuesdays at 7:30 in the morning at Crazy Autos over on Avenue I. Be there, support. It's a way of us saying thank you to all the servicemen for all the, service that they did, everything they've done for us, and they continue doing. you know, and it's a great thing to do. So Juan, thank you again for being here. Say hello to your wife for me, and we'll see you around town.
All right. Thank you, George.
Yeah.